All right, let's talk about your blog. Now, excuse me, what's going to be a little confusing for you is you're not seeing any images here. And basically, whoever built, who created this theme is using a specific script, excuse me, that runs, the website that shows images for the blog section. And because of that script, we can't use it in development mode. And basically, this URL obviously is not your proper URL. It's Neulife Coach or whatever it would be .com. Once we move the site to being live, this will operate properly, meaning you'll be able to see your images and the images will show up here. So anywhere you're seeing missing images, I know it's hard to, but ignore it. I promise once we add everything in there and pop it over to be a live URL and no longer show this weird looking string here, it's going to correct that issue for you. Alright, so let's go ahead and create a post so you can kind of see how this section works. And if we come over to the back end, we want to find the posts section, and if we click all posts, we'll see the sample one that I made. And then if I log in, obviously I got some dummy text in here. Alright, nothing fancy. Categories, which you can do by either checking the ones you already made or you can make new ones. So right now I have latest news, life coaching, and articles. Maybe you have one that's called relationships, I don't know. You can delete these as well. Add a new category, and then there it is. That one's checked. Okay, down below we see this image, and this is the one I was talking about in the very beginning. This is what would show up right here in this box. Actually, let me show you something real quick. Hold on one second. Alright, I'm back. So anyways, this is the thing that we're using for you, and you can see the images show up. And this is what it's going to look like. So this large image here, that is this image here. This is called a featured image. So for instance, when you're making a new blog post, you're going to see this. There's obviously going to be no image there because it's a brand new one that you're setting. So we would click Set Featured Image, and then you could upload a new one by clicking this upload link, and you could drag and drop right in here, or you can click Select Files, grab it off of your computer. But in this case, I'm using one that we already have. I've already uploaded it. You're just not seeing showing up in that particular section. Cancel this, which is this girl right here. Then once I have my picture, little blue button at the bottom right, we click Set Featured Image, and then you'll see it populate here. Okay, let's go back to this one. So we have one blog post that I've done as a sample, and if I click the preview, I can actually read the full post. Once it loads up, it's going to have your full clip of text, your image, which, like I said in the beginning, is not showing because of the script that's I know that's showing. Actually, I should maybe rephrase that. That's not showing that particular image. Okay, so now we see this information here, this extra slider, these things like this. I did a video earlier in this series about pages and editing your pages in different sections. You need to set whether you want these things to show up or not. And if you remember, basically we came in here and we set whether we want to have that thing. So if I do, no slider, we don't want any of our service boxes to show up. And comments, it's a blog. You probably going to want to have comments. So testimonials, we don't want that, right? When I hit it, it's going a little crazy right here. Try this again. Update. Oh, I did hit it. Okay. So anyways, there it is. So there's your actual your post. So we don't have these things right here anymore. These boxes, your slider, your testimonial. I've gotten rid of those by checking those or unchecking those different sections. Okay, pretty straightforward. I know in the beginning might seem a little overwhelming or whatever. That's part of a blog post. You got to take care of your actual content or do your categories or whatever and do a couple things. But once you've done a few of those, it's going to be second nature for you. It won't be difficult whatsoever. So let's go ahead and do a new one from scratch. Do add new. And we'll just do let's see, life coaching. I don't know what to say, so I'm just going to pop that in there. Alright, drop in my content. So here's my article where I can do different things such as, space it out. I can color it. Maybe different colors if I want to do that. Things like use these options to do different things to make more enticing, make it more enjoyable to read. Select my categories of choice. Then let's see. Undo these things because I don't. Maybe you want these to show up, but I personally don't care for them. Now when I make a post, this one right here will actually be, because it goes from most recent to oldest. So when you make a blog post, since we've made this new one, that one's going to be the first one. So here it is, Life Coaching 101. All right. Next thing I want to show you is the read more. I'll come back to that. I know I'm clicking around a little fast right now, but I promise I'll circle back. Let's come back to the home page. So we see how long this article is now. Let me look at this one. This one's short, right? Now look how this short. So basically, you can insert your read more where you want people where the text to stop before they actually read the full article. So for instance, I'm going to start the article right after this paragraph with the green text in it. Put my cursor right in here, right in there, and then there's a little icon right here. Insert more tag. Click it. Update. Now what I'll see instead of this one paragraph is two, because that's where I inserted my read more at. If you don't insert a read more, it's just going to do the full article for you. Okay, and maybe you want that. Maybe you want the full article to be on your blog landing page. Entirely up to you, whether you want to do that or not. So now what we see this. We see two paragraphs because I inserted the read more there. All right, and then what we'll see is the articles. Excuse me, the categories up in here, so I can actually search by categories. And on this one, it's articles and life coaching. And if I come in here, you can see I checked articles and I checked life coaching. Or maybe if I come in here and do relationships instead, update. If I come back and refresh this, we'll see that these change. Now it's life coaching and relationships. Okay? Pretty standard stuff. And again, if you have questions, please ask me. I'm here. I'm available. If you need to call me, hey, I can't figure something out, I don't understand, email me, call me, ask me. By no means are these videos saying, hey, see you later, figure it out. I'll be more than happy to help you if you have questions. But however, these things are, they're a good resource, a good tool to help you if you can't get a hold of me. All right. Next, we have what's called the sidebar, and that's these boxes, what we call widgets, the widget area right here. And how we can manage those is by going to the back end, appearance, widgets. Alright, so what you see over here on the right are the widget areas that we can use to populate your website. So in this case, this is our blog sidebar, and we'll see archives, we'll see menu, we'll see recent. If I come back to the widget area and the admin, you'll see blog category widget area, right? And then we'll see post. So post is empty. Right now though, like I just pointed out, recent, menu, archives. And we'll see those in the blog section. Recent, your menu, and then archives. So first thing is this is drag and drop, which is really awesome. So I can just drag it up and let go. Saves it automatically. I don't have to click any kind of save button or anything. Refresh it. Now we'll see archives will be above the menu. The menu. Okay, so menu you don't have to have. You can use a custom menu. You can build just a custom menu if you want to for that. Maybe we just use the footer menu in here. So any menu you've actually made under the menu section, you can choose for here. So you can actually create a menu just for your blog. So, like real quick, hopefully you watched the 101 video on menus, but If you forgot or you haven't, real fast, I'll go over this. This is gonna be quick, so don't freak out. So let's say I call it blog menu, right? Create it, and then I have some pages I want just for my blog sidebar. So, whatever. In terms of use, energy, leadership, becoming a leader, lobbying. We'll just use these. Add them to the menu. Save it. All right, so now I made a menu just for blog. And if I come back to the widgets and I find that subpage, custom menu, I'm going to change this thing to the one I made. Now you'll see blog menus there. It wasn't there before, obviously, because it hadn't been made. Now it's there. Save it. And if I refresh, now here's my menu I made. Boom, 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 boom. So that's pretty neat. So what we can do is delete these, add new ones, and these all come from over here. So, excuse me. For instance, we could do a calendar one. Well, actually, I don't know if you're going to actually need that, but we could do pages. That's going to show every single page. But I'll show you that just real quick. Drag it over, pages. Refresh this. There are your pages. The only problem is this lists out every single page you've made. Nah, it's not the best thing to do, but I just kind of wanted to show you how the drag over and drop actually works. Let's delete this out. You have a Twitter widget. If you have a Twitter feed you want to set up, if you're making Twitter posts, you just use your information, your Twitter display name, how many posts you want to set up. You could do that. Text widget, which is really basic and cool. Let's see, maybe you have an announcement. I probably spelled that wrong, but whatever. And then you type in your announcement. Hey, sign up now for 10% discount, whatever it would be. And you'll see my text widget that popped in there. So the majority of these things you can just drag and drop and set them up. We have recent comments, but I don't think you have a comment yet. But let's just see recent comments. Can't spell at all. We'll see recent comments. Obviously, there's no comments because no comments have been made yet. So, hey there. Hey, this is a comment. Alright, so, whoops, wrong one, sorry about that. If I come back to the blog, what I should see, there it is, there's my comment. Alright, so you can play with these, do what you want, you want to do your categories or whatever. All your different categories. I would recommend categories is great for people finding your site for SEO purposes. Not sure about comments too much. Archives are good. Your menu, probably I would recommend that too. Oops. So there, real quick, I'm about to finish this up. I know this is getting long. That's categories. There's your categories. So every time you add a category, it's going to add here. What I would recommend is play around a little bit. Just see what you like. Maybe you want a page one on there. Maybe you want a tag cloud or a text or thing like that. Entirely up to you. You can completely play with it and experiment and see what works best for you. Okay, what you'll also notice is we're on the blog page. We'll have a sidebar here, right, for your widgets. But when we read a post, and I'm not sure if you've thought about this already, we have full width, meaning there's no sidebar. Hey, why don't I have a sidebar? Well, we have one, we just haven't filled it out. So you'll see post widget area. So if I drag over, let's, what do we have in the other one? Let's match that one, right? So we have theme, recent posts. Where are you? Theme. Is that it? Posts, theme posts, yep. So post widget. recent, save that. Alright, then we have archives. Where are you, archives? Archives. So you just match that. And if I come back here and refresh, there is the sidebar. So it's really, really easy. I think that's it. I think I got it all. I know it's a lot to go over. 15.5-minute video. I tried to be as detailed as possible. Like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me.